Yo, what's going on, guys? Eddie here again on the Falibu channel, and I'm kind of just messing around. I don't know if this is going to go anywhere, if this will end up being a tutorial video, but I kind of wanted to just see if I could use the longbow inside of the SteamVR plugin folder to make a little shooter game using, the bow and arrow. It's really fun to play around with in the lab, and I just wanted to see if maybe I could, port that over using different scenes and make myself an arrow shooting game that I could, set in different scenes. So we're gonna see if that goes anywhere. Now I started off by importing the Nature Starter Kit 2 version 1.0, I guess it's called. So you can get it free in the asset store. As you can see, there's going to be tons of errors, but no, they're not errors. They're just warnings. There's certain texture things that just don't work the way they used to. This was bundled in 5.2.3, and I'm using 5.5.1 F1. Now, with that being said, we're going to try to use it anyway. Okay, so from there, now we need to go, you can go to the asset store. I've already got it downloaded, so I'm just going to go ahead and go to, anytime you're going to want to do anything with, any kind of Unity development for your Vive, you're going to want to import the SteamVR plugin. So let's go ahead and do that. Go ahead and click import. Oh, I already see longbow stuff. Okay. Let's go back to our scene. That was interesting. Okay, here we go. Oh wait, no, I want to accept all. Accept all. Thank you. Okay, so main camera, we're going to go ahead and delete that, just as you should anytime you're building any kind of VR project. Because we're not going to use the game camera, we're going to use the SteamVR camera. Now, instead of using the SteamVR camera rig that you're going to find here in the Prefabs folder, this is where most people will start. But since we're going to use the longbow from the lab, we may as well use the player prefab from the lab as well. And you're going to find that here in the SteamVR interactions system folder. If we go to core, we'll find prefabs. We're going to find this player prefab. We're going to go ahead and drop that into our scene. And that's our player. Whenever we press play, this is going to control. If we open this up, we'll open up SteamVR objects. It's going to give us a body collider. It'll give us our left hand, our right hand, and our camera view, which is essentially the headset. Follow head collider. Yeah, that's useful. Okay, so that's where we find all that good stuff is going to be bundled right in there. And that takes care of your camera. You don't need to add a camera rig anymore. What I do like to do though is go over here, add component, go down to scripts, and SteamVR play area. it's SteamVR underscore play area under the scripts whenever you click add component, and that's going to give you the SteamVR play area script right here. You know, press play just to get it. I don't see it. Oh, maybe because my headset's not inside of my play area right now. Okay, that's not important. Okay, so what is important is, let's go to the Nature Starter Kit 2. Let's just look at what they have under scenes. I'm not real familiar with this, so let's just go ahead and... You know, first of all, let's save this scene. We'll save this scene as level 1. Oh no. Right here in this long, I'll make another folder called scenes. I'll call it level 1. Okay, so with that being said, let me load up the demo and see what happens. Let's see how bad this is gonna break. Oh, this actually looks really good. Wow. Wow, this is pretty cool. Okay, it doesn't look like there's a way to walk around, but what I can do, just to see this a little bit better, just because I can. Oh wow, this is really cool. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is let me go to 000. Or you know what, let me go to where this camera's at. I'm gonna copy, because you know what, that was a really great intro, but man, the Y is really high in the air. No, is it? Let me see. Yeah, that's a little much. It's a little much, Okay, but what I can do is I'm gonna go ahead and copy these components. I'm gonna copy this transform component, and I'm gonna delete the main camera. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do here, just to mess around a little bit, is I'm gonna go to the SteamVR folder, the interactions system. I'm gonna go to core, prefabs, and I'm gonna drop the player prefab into this scene. Then I'm gonna go to the gear on the transform in the inspector, and I'm gonna click paste component values. Okay, so now this is pretty much exactly where the other one was, but I'm gonna bring the 0 down. Can't really tell. Let me see what happens at 0. Let me see what happens at 0. Is that inside of the ground or is that above the ground? I don't know. I can't tell. The scale, everything, the scale is very off. You know what? Maybe I should try. I've never tried to do this before. Let me try to scale up. Huh. I don't know. That's interesting. Let me just see what happens there. Okay, but while I'm fiddling around in here, trying stuff that I've never tried before, and I'm inevitably setting myself up for failure. Let's go big. Let's go for gold. Let's go for big failure. Okay, so let's go ahead and click over to the teleport folder, and you're going to find that in SteamVR, interaction system folder, and then teleport folder. And we're going to click on the prefabs. Now, in order to get teleporting to work using the SteamVR teleporting from the teleporting mechanic from the lab, you're going to have to drop this teleporting prefab into your scene. And that's just a little game controller letting your game know, hey, you know, this is how teleporting works. This is what controls the teleporting function in the game or in the scene. Okay, so now let's drop a teleport point. Let's drop one right here where we're at, as a matter of fact. But we'll drop this down to 0. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, now let's make a few more. Let's get on the path. I don't know how this is going to work because, like I said, I scaled this up and I probably should not have done that. I'm just kind of trying to fit it to the path here. Alright, I think that's enough for now. You know what? Just for funsies, I'm going to show you how this other teleportation stuff works. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to drop a plane in here. And it's okay that this is white. It's okay. Don't freak out. It's alright. It's going to be okay. I just want to show you how this works. So this is going to be, let's put this over here. Let's raise it up a little bit because we don't want it in the earth. Let's press F to focus on it. Alright, this is good. This is good. Just a little bit above. Just a little bit above the ground. Okay, now since we have teleporting in our scene already, the teleporting prefab, teleportation is going to work. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to interaction system. We'll go to core, then we'll go to scripts, and then we're going to scroll down. No, it's not here. Okay. Let's go back. Let's go back to teleport. Okay, sorry about that. Interaction system, teleport, and go to scripts. And we're going to look at this teleport area script. Alright. We're going to grab that and we're going to drag it onto this plane. And there we go. Now we've got a little teleportation area. So now what that is going to do is you might be able to see it here, you might not be able to. It added some, it turned that plane that I originally created, it made it transparent, and then it added this this kind of mesh to it that gave it this blue transparent lines on it, indicating that it is a teleportable area, that they can teleport, that a player can teleport anywhere within sight of that area. And that is something that's already been established in the lab, so it'll be easily recognizable by a player. I think that's why using this is going to be a really good standard. Okay, getting a little nervous because I have no idea how this is going to work, but I think that should be enough to get it going. So let's go ahead and press play and hop into the scene, and let's see what happens. Okay, well, as you can see, I mean, I've loaded up here inside of the level. It looks really nice. Scaling up may not have been necessary. Yeah, that looks really nice. That looks really nice. I don't know what the deal is with those trees moving around. That was probably something to do with those warnings that I was getting. Now you see I'm using these little teleport areas that I set for myself. And these are the same ones from the lab, and they're included inside the SteamVR plugin folder that you get every time you import the SteamVR plugin into your project. You get this for free. The graphics, the scripts, you know, everything. A little PDF tutorial on how to use it. I feel like I would be able to appreciate this a lot more if I scaled myself down. Huh, that would be interesting, right? You know, maybe you can do that for fun on your own. You can see what it looks like when you know, I've scaled myself up to, let's see here. I've scaled myself up to 5 units, which I think is like 30 feet or something like. It's like 35 feet or something like that. And yeah, I really didn't need to do that. So here's at 1. Let's just, for curiosity, let's just see what 1 would have been. Oh yeah, no, this would have been perfect scale. The grass is kind of like knee high, so you feel very... I don't know why it turns like that with the camera, but okay. That's acceptable. That looks nice. I mean, it's acceptable. It looks really good. I like it. This is really fun, by the way. Like, I don't know if you can tell by watching just the game window on my Unity camera, but this is like really fun. Oh, and here's my little teleportable area. I wonder if the person who made this asset package has ever loaded it up inside of VR and come in here and tried to check it out. This is as far as I set myself up to be able to go. But this is really cool, just doing this. Okay, so let's see what other kind of trouble we can get into. Okay. So we've got our player here. He's scaled to 1. And we've got these teleport areas next to us so that we can teleport around. So next, I don't know. Let's get into the really tough stuff. Well, for me anyway, I'm a newbie developer. You know, I like to consider myself a new indie developer, but really I have not done anything to consider myself a developer other than learn the process of developing. But let's go to interaction systems. Let's go to longbow. We'll go to I've never used this before, so let's just see if it works, and if not, we'll figure out why or we'll at least learn, hey, this doesn't work. So let's go to the prefabs. Alright, I should probably let me go ahead and save this. Save scene as I'm gonna call this nature test scene. Longbow. Okay, so now in case I mess something up, and now you know what? Let's go back and we'll check out how they set it up inside of the inside of their example. So let's see. We've got samples here. Let's see what their samples are. Yes. Interactions sample, and this can be found in the SteamVR Interactions Systems folder, Samples folder, Scenes folder, Interactions Example, Scene. You double click that to open it up. We'll go ahead and click on the player, press F to go to the player, focus on the player. You can hold Alt and left click on your mouse to pan around. By the way, Alt and mouse, if you hold Alt while also holding the scroll wheel on your mouse, it'll do this drag. I thought that was useful just to throw out there. So anyway. Okay, let's see how they use theirs here. Hold Alt and left click to pan around. Let's zoom in over here. Okay, so this is the longbow inside of the example scene. In the hierarchy window, if we click on the longbow, these are everything that's highlighted right now inside of the scene window. That's what's attached under this longbow parent. So these are all things pertaining to the longbow. Now inside of that, we have our teleport area. That's that little pad that I showed you. And I'm not sure exactly what they have it attached to. Oh yeah, see, it was a plane. Yeah, they pretty much did exactly what I did. Okay, that's pretty cool. Okay, the title canvas. That's this floating menu here. And I guess that's a 3D object. No, wrong. I don't know. Oh, it's under Create UI Canvas. So I guess we would create a canvas and then drop the title canvas script on it. Or this canvas scaler script and this graphic raycaster script and the and then this text script on the text. Okay, so bow pickup. This is where I believe this is everything that controls everything inside of the bow. So under this parent is where we're gonna find like the script for the bow models, probably the arrow models. Let's see. Let's look around the little area and see if anything else is highlighted. Getting some major lag. Oh, because I got this error here is what's happening. Something's trying to get destroyed. Huh. I wonder what's trying to get destroyed. Well. I don't know, but that's lagging up my system really bad. Okay, so there was something happening inside of that example scene. Let's try to reload it, and maybe I messed something up. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Okay. Looks like we're back. It doesn't look like we're getting any errors. Okay, yeah, I must have accidentally clicked the wrong button somehow. Sorry about that, I apologize. So anyways, back to where we were. Bow pickup. Wait a minute, why is it cloning a bunch of bows? That's why. Huh. This is cloning a redonkulous amount of bows. Okay, well this may be where this tutorial has to end. I'll probably leave this in just to show that this is a problem right now. Hopefully it's not something that I caused, but if it is, I'll try to figure it out. Maybe I'll try to re-import or something. But if nothing else, I think throughout the course of this video, we covered how to set up a scene, how to import the SteamVR plugin, how to add teleporting to your scene, and then just some fun with the scaling of the player to see how that works. So anyways, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If nothing else, you were mildly entertained. Go ahead and drop me a subscribe, a like, a comment. If you have any questions, comments, or feedback, let me know in the comment section, and I'll definitely try to address it as soon as possible. Thanks for watching. Take it easy, guys. This has been Eddie on the Fallibu channel. Until next time.